the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them the wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
Our 8th race of the Pennzoil Truck Series, season number 5, heads to the Kansas Speedway for the running of the Smithfield 250. On the pole for today's race, we have Matt Hamill in the 7, 2's outside would be the 50 of Jack Canaramo. Then third is the number 3 Eli Tomlin, 4th is Anton Charavois, rounding out the top 5 it's Francis Dustin. Then Reese Bennett in 6th, 7th place is Anthony Hernandez, Daytona winner Racer in 8th, 9th we have Trey Rainey, and Danny Bright rounds out the top 10. For the rest of the field, you have second in points Ricky Miller starting 12th, who's inside is the 10 Marshall Burrow. Then behind them we have Derek Bouchard and Jay Jefferson. Then we have Greg Lee and Keyshawn Richardson. Then Daniel Price and Luke Rainey, along with Danny Lloyd and Tim Randolph. Then there's Oliver Galloway and Keith Stevens. Matt as well as who's inside last race winner Jake Galloway in the 11. Then behind them points there Cole Luigi starting 26th. It's going to take a lot for him to make his way through the field here at Kansas. To his inside Mike Burrow on the 20. Then we have Michael Sanders and Jonathan Beeford, Lawrence Pallenpound, Landon Lyons, then Riley Sprue to Rowan Cook, Stephen Taylor and Cynthia Bright, and in the final row Blake Peterson the 19, 2's outside be the 28 of Max Rossi. That's our 36 truck field for the Smithfield 250. Let's get started with our starting command.
Driver, start your engine!
We've gotten the command to fire these engines up for 26 laps of action here at the Kansas Speedway. 36 trucks off the starting grid. Matt Hamill, Jack Canaramo will lead us to the green flag here for the Smithfield 250. It's been a wild Pennzoil Truck Series season so far. We've seen crashes, we've seen great finishes, close finishes. What we're going to see here at the Kansas Speedway, the draft, a big factor. If you get in line with some of these big spoilers, these bulky trucks will produce a big hole in the air to draft up onto someone. So drafting is going to be key down these straightaways and through the corners. So the pace truck is in the pit road, 26 laps as we mentioned here at Kansas. As they come down the front stretch, restart zone is right here. Matt Hamill steps on the gas, and he is green flag racing here at the Kansas Speedway. We can already see some big moves being made right here as Matt Hamill leads lap 1 by a good margin as they went 3 wide behind for a second. Anthony Hernandez takes advantage of that to get to the second position. Trey Rainey, a champion of the series, through to third. Now he's going for the second position. He's won here at Kansas in the past, so he wants another one. He was trying to be his first win of the season and be great towards his chase chances as he's starting to work his way through the points after being towards the back of the point standings for most of this season. Yeah, Trey to the inside. He's going to get to seconds to come off turn number 4. He has a good gap behind to where he could clear Hernandez, trying to run down the 7 then in the draft. Down the front stretch, Matt Hamill continuing to lead, and look at the gap he has over second place Trey Rainey. But as we mentioned in the draft, these trucks will come together very easily in this draft. It's like a rubber band. You can never get too far out in front because someone's going to run you back down. That's what Trey Rainey's trying to do to Matt Hamill. Single file for about the front 6. As they come down the back stretch, Trey Rainey all over the back of Matt Hamill now as they hit turn 3. You can see the difference in the draft. Trey was going about 185 down the straightaway, Matt Hamill a little bit slower than him. See down the front stretch now. The 18 to the back of the 7 is for third. Derek Bouchard coming forward. He gets the third. He's getting the push from behind, but Trey is all over the back of the 7. Matt Hamill to turn 1. He's going to be able to make this pass these next few corners. You can see in that drive right to his back bumper. A great corner for Trey Rainey through 1 and 2. Right on the back, right in the tailgate. That's 7 on Matt Hamill. Staying in line for now. Back there, Marshall Burrow for third on Derek Bouchard for the race lead. Trey Rainey through 3 and 4 to the inside Matt Hamill. The first challenge for lead Matt Hamill's had all day long. It's by a champion of the series. Matt Hamill shuts the door down low to lead the 4th lap of the race. And back there, Luke Rainey trying to follow his brother up to the front. Luke up to third. Can he hold Anthony Hernandez behind him? Hernandez looking to the inside of the 13 truck. Gonna get a great round of turn number 2. Gets up in line. And down the back stretch of the race. So now Luke If he and Hernandez could stay single file, they can run down the front two and help Trey Rainey go for the lead. As the 18 once again peeks down to the bottom lane. This time a much better run for Trey Rainey. Keeps him beside the 7 down the front stretch. Battle for third back behind these front two. Side by side, and that's where if those drivers throw on backwards single file, they'll get a huge hole in the air. That'd be a great job for them. Once again, they're still side by side up in front. Hernandez with a big run. Here comes Jake Galloway, Charlotte winner, last race winner, going for 2 in a row in the Pennzoil Truck Series to the inside for third. And he's battled from starting towards the back of the field here. He's now up inside the top 3. And we're only 6 laps into the event. Trey Rainey going to lead lap number 6. He'll be the first driver to lead a lap other than Matt Hamill here today. So Rainey leads lap 6, 20 laps to go. Matt Hamill through to second. Now Jake Galloway to third, trying to follow his teammate Matt Hamill. But Luke going back for that third position. Is back for the lead. Matt Hamill using that draft effectively. Gets tight on that dirty air as they come off the corner and falls back. And now Jake Galloway trying to fend off the drivers behind. Hernandez got really tight to fall back. Here comes Oliver Galloway in the 0-0 now to the bottom lane. Through 3 and 4. Look at the run now for the 12 of Ricky Miller. Second in points coming into this race. About 40 points behind Cole Luigi. If he get up inside the top 5, get some good track position, he could possibly gain points on points there. Cole Luigi. The battle for the lead still on. Matt Hamill not letting Trey Rainey get away in that draft. And Luke Rainey there in third. Trying to run these drivers down using a little bit of a higher lane there. Trying to get out of the dirty air in the corners. 3 wide back there. That's Blake Peters who started in the last row. Coming to the bottom lane 3 wide. By Mike Burrow, by Oliver Galloway, Keisha Merchant is pusher, and Marshall Burrow down there bottom lane as well with Cynthia Bright. Now it's a 3-horse race at the front. Trey Rainey, Matt Hamill, Luke Rainey, 1, 2, 3. Luke looking low on Matt Hamill. Hamill gets down in line. Now pushing Trey Rainey on his quarter panel. The 29 of Luke Rainey with a big run. 3 cars under a blanket for the lead down the back stretch. And Jake Galloway in 4th is coming to make it a 4-car race. To turn 3. 4 trucks pull away. 5th place is the number 12 of Ricky Miller. He's kind of separated from the driver behind him and the driver in front of him. Now for the lead. Hamill back to the inside. Rainey leads at half a truck length. 17 to go. Luke's going to go with the 7 of Matt Hamill. Now, here comes the 11 of Jake Galloway. Moves up to 3rd. Looking on the 29 of Luke Rainey for the 2nd position. They race down this backstretch to turn 3. Matt Hamill back out front from the pole. He's going to try and lead another one. Look at the 29 of Luke Rainey forced to the middle. Galloway could not get to the bottom. 3 wide, almost spins the 29 out. And now down the front stretch, Hamill leads the lap with 16 to go. Luke Rainey is the inside preferred lane to turn 1. Yeah, 4 truck race here at the front. Some great racing here in the Pennzoil Truck Series. Luke Rainey is out front, looking for a win to just get a win. It's been a bad season for Luke Rainey. Chase chances basically out the window for him, out of the picture. But if he could get a win, it could definitely turn his season around. He could rack up some more wins in the Pennzoil Truck Series. A series where he's had so much success, just has not had the right success to try and get a championship. Jake Galloway trying to get his 2nd win of the season. It'd be 2 in a row for him. Luke leads the lap, but Galloway has the inside lane to turn 1. 4 trucks. They're double file. And Jake Galloway grabs the lead with teammate Matt Hamill through to 2nd. They have the Raineys 3rd and 4th. Luke gets down in front of Trey Rainey. They're right now 3rd and 4th. You're going to run down the Red Horse Racing trucks. As Ricky Miller in the 12 has emerged in 5th. Here he's now running these drivers down as a single file train starting to run down. On back to 10th. And we're going to take a quick update. Look where our points there. Cole Luigi is. It's not a good sight for that 31 team back. I think they're just inside the top 30 now. So he needs to work his way forward. He was on the inside moving forward. So we'll see if he can keep coming forward. He has about half the race left. Matt Hamill, that truck is pretty strong out front. That 7 truck has led most of the laps here today from the pole. Jake Galloway's teammate in 2nd. Trey Rainey has probably been about the similar speed to the 7 truck. So I think the 7 and the 18, they can be the 2 battling for this race win if it all comes down to it. So Matt Hamill clears to lead. Trey Rainey through to 2nd. Jake Galloway back to 3rd. Ricky Miller 2nd in points up to 4th. He just passed Luke Rainey, who falls back to 5th but gets down in line right into the back of the 12 now. He's going to have a good run here. And Marshall Burrow up to 6th. Anthony Hernandez 7th. Oliver Galloway, Blake Peters, Keyshawn Richardson. Contact with Cynthia Bright. Sideways for the 21. He saves the truck. That was almost disastrous there down the backstretch. Great save by Richardson and Cynthia Bright. Knowing the situation they were in, they backed off. Got their trucks going straight again. So the 21 can get by the 0-0 there. Luke back for 4th on Ricky Miller. The 12 tried to shut the door. Couldn't get it done there. We're past halfway. Less than half the race left to go. 5 trucks right now to settle it. Luke Rainey going to grab 4th from Ricky Miller. Now Marshall Burrow going to move up inside the top 5. And the 10 truck. He easily gets by the 12 of Ricky Miller. But down the backstretch for the lead. Rainey not letting Matt Hamill go. Jake Galloway not letting those front 2 go. through 3 and 4. Trey to the inside mat. They come off turn number 4. 11 laps to go this time by side for the lead. Does the 11 Jake Galloway go with his teammate Matt Hamill? He stays high for now, but how does he do through 1 and 2? He does stay high, and that push on the outside down the straightaway allowed Matt Hamill to clear Trey Rainey. And back there, Jake Galloway was spinning off the front bumper of the 29. Luke Rainey. Luke getting very aggressive here. We've been caution free for 16 laps, coming to 10 to go. For the drivers up front, Matt Hamill, Trey Rainey, 1-2. Once again, battling off turn 4. Maybe the bumper there with the 18 to the 7. Side by side, 10 to go. And look at Jake Galloway, Luke Rainey. They have a huge run this draft. Big hole in the air. 10 to go, side by side. The Raineys down the bottom lane. The Red Horse Racing trucks up top. Luke up into Matt Hamill. Contact there. Hamill gets away. Luke back to 3rd. Galloway back to 4th. Now Ricky Miller for 4th in the 12 truck. Gets beneath the 11 of Jake Galloway. Hernandez, Marshall Burrows, 7 trucks at the front. 8th place, Oliver Galloway is falling back. Now Luke Rainey trying to challenge with Matt Hamill to make it a Rainey 1-2. It'd be the 18 leading the 29 if he can get by that 7. Luke swings wide into the corner trying to get a better arc. Hamill blocks him off. Now Rainey's going to get the great run off the corner. Off of 2, side by side to 8 to go this time by. Contact! Back there, the 44 was sideways on the apron. Stephen Taylor controls the truck that was with the 23, Daniel Price. Great job by those drivers here in their trucks, keeping it green for now. We're coming to 8 to go. And Luke Rainey cleared to 2nd. Rainey 1-2 at the front. Trey Rainey leads Luke Rainey. And most of the times when it's these two battling for a win at the end, it's Trey that gets the victor over Luke. Can Luke try and change that? Can Matt Hamill have a say from the pole? He's dominated so far. And can Marshall Burrows, Jake Galloway come back forward? How about Oliver Galloway's broken into this front train as Ricky Miller starts to fade back? 3 trucks break away, 7 to go this time by. Luke Rainey trying to hunt down his brother Trey. And they have Matt Hamill back there. So as Ricky Miller falls back to the back half of the top 10, once again another up down points there, Cole Luigi. He has not made any ground. He's back in 28th battle and 29th with Max Rossi. He could get a top 25 if he's lucky, but right now, Code not going to have a great day and could possibly lose the points as Ricky Miller's up inside the top 10. He could battle for a top 5 here. Looks like he's going to be able to get by Marshall Burrow, Oliver Galloway. He has so many trucks up in front that he could try and get by. Matt Hamill through 1-2 moved around the 29 of Luke Rainey. Now Hamill's got his sights set on the 18 of Trey Rainey. 6 to go this time by for the number 18, Traxxas Toyota. 6 to go at Kansas. The Smithfield 250. Trey Rainey, Matt Hamill, Luke Rainey, Jake Galloway, Anthony Hernandez are our front 5. Oliver Galloway, Ricky Miller, Jack Canarello, Blake Peters, and Marshall Burrow also up here with Keyshawn Richardson. 11 trucks in this pack there at the front in a draft. And they're drafting up onto the 18 of Trey Rainey. Matt Hamill a little tight through 3 and 4, so let off. Allows Luke Rainey to get to the inside down the front stretch to the start-finish line. 5 to go. Yellow flag would end it. Trey Rainey leads. In second place, it's a battle. Matt Hamill up top. Luke Rainey to the bottom lane. Gonna get the advantage through 1 and 2. Has a push from Jake Galloway, who's going to go to the bottom lane now. 11 trucks strong off turn 2. He got a great run, but can he hold it down there? I think Luke's going to be cleared to turn 3. Red Horse Racing side by side for 3rd as Luke Rainey clears for 2nd. Now Jake carries his truck up the racetrack. 4 to go, this time by at Kansas. Trey Rainey has dominated the second half of this race, but that draft, as we mentioned, very prevalent down these straightaways and through the corners. They were 3 wide back there. Blake Peters, Keyshawn Richardson, Ricky Miller's falling outside the top 10. That's what Cole Luigi wants to see. But up at the front, it is getting intense. 3 to go this time by. Trey Rainey has a good lead. Can he hold it? Can the Red Horse Racing trucks mount a charge on Luke Rainey as they go through 3 and 4? Jake Galloway trying to get beneath Luke. He's there. He has a nose. Matt Hamill's going to go with him. Front stretch. 3 to go. 4.5 miles. They're running down Trey Rainey in the draft. Do they have enough time? Hamill stayed high. He's going to get tight right there. Gets Luke Rainey back. Now Jake Galloway overdrove 1 and 2. He's going to drop back a little bit. 2.5 laps to go. Oliver Galloway through to 4th. Luke Rainey back to 5th. The 29 truck might not have a shot to win at this moment. Through 3 and 4. Jake Galloway in the 11. Hunting down the 18 Trey Rainey. Has 2 laps to go, 2 in a row. Or can Trey Rainey win another one at Kansas? 2 laps of racing to go in the Smithfield 250. It's going to be a battle between Trey Rainey, Jake Galloway, and Matt Hamill. 2 dominant trucks and a driver looking to go back-to-back in his Pennzoil Truck Series campaign. Down the backstretch, a lap and a half to go here at Kansas. Trey Rainey Leading the field through 3 and 4. Jake Galloway looks high. Matt Hamill to his bottom lane. Trey Rainey has to come down pit road the 18. From the race lead, our racer with an issue is the only one to hit the pits. Some sort of issue to Trey Rainey at the white flag. Last lap. Matt Hamill and Jake Galloway, 2 Red Horse Racing teammates. One looking to go back to back. One looking to win for the pole. Off the corner, down the backstretch. Galloway gaps the 7. Is it going to be a lucky day for Jake Galloway? Can Matt Hamill mount a charge through 3 and 4? Jake Galloway looking to go back to back. He won at Charlotte. He's going to come off turn 4. He's going to win the Smithfield 250 back to back for Jake Galloway in the 11. The luck for Jake Galloway. The heartbreak for Trey Rainey. Pitting at the white flag. He'll finish on the lead lap in the 18. But an issue to the 18 truck of Trey Rainey sees him coming down the pits, allowing the 2 Red Horse teammates to battle it out. And Jake Galloway holds off his teammate Matt Hamill, who started from the pole. Jake Galloway back to back, winning at Charlotte, now winning here at Kansas. The 11 team has found their stuff as of late. We'll see if they can mount a charge to try and get to the chase. Let's go see the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Smithfield 250 at Kansas. No caution flags, but 7 lead changes, 4 different drivers. It was a very interesting Kansas race. Jake Galloway only led 3 laps, but the most important one, the last one, also the white flag lap. He got to victory lane, started 23rd, so it's not like he started at the front track position. Definitely didn't mean much, but if he started on the inside, he definitely had a better day. Matt Hamlin's up second from the pole, 10 laps led of 26. That wasn't the most laps led. Someone led even more, and that was the driver who finished 36th there today. Oliver Galloway's up third, Anthony Hernandez fourth, Jack Canaramo rounds out the top 5. Keyshawn Richardson 6th, Blake Peters from the last runs up 7th. Luke Ray, that's the day he needed an 8th place. 1 lap led. It looked like he was going to have a shot there at the end, but I just think that truck was around top 5, top 10 truck. He finished right around where he probably deserved to, but could definitely finish a lot higher. Ricky Miller 9th, second in points. Not our points leader, as it's very close among the top of the points. We'll see in a little bit as Anthony Charbois rounds at the top 10. There's our top 20. See some noble names outside the top 10 there. But the biggest heartbreak goes to the driver who finished 36th. The driver who led 12 of 26 laps, the most of anyone, was leading coming to the white flag. The issues on that truck, the 18 of Trey Rainey drops him to 36th, pitting at the white flag. The big issue sees him out of a win on a day where I thought was going to be sure he was going to get to victory lane. Also a big notable, Coluigi 23rd. That battle up through the field there at the end, good enough to keep him in the points. We'll now go look at the point standings. 8 races into the season, and this is what the points look like. The top 3 separated by only 3 points. Code Luigi tied with Anthony Hernandez, who has been very consistent this season. For Code Luigi, it's been feast or famine. He either gets a top 5 or he's outside the top 10. For Anthony Hernandez, it's been very consistent. When he's not inside the top 10, he's usually around 15th. That's why he is tied with Code Luigi right now in the points. But Ricky Miller back there, third, 3 points back. Ricky Miller, he's been top 10, but barely top 5. Those 3 right now within 3 points. Then Jake Galloway, 2 in a row. Who would have thought that he would be right now 4th in the points with his teammate Matt Hamill right behind him in 5th. Red Horse Racing bringing their stuff this season, 2 inside the top 5. And Jake Galloway, 2 wins this season. You know, that's got to be good for him, thinking about that wild card in the chase. Even if he falls outside the top 10 points, he has those 2 wins to try and back him up. I mentioned Matt Hamill in 5th, Max Rossi is 6th, Derek Bouchard, Greg Lee, Oliver Galloway, and Danny Bright has the final spot inside the top 10. So there's our top 20 right now. Our 2 wild cards. Keith Stevens has 2 victories. There's only 2 top 10s in the season, but he's been consistent enough to stay top 20 points. 17th right now is a wild card, along with Mike Burrow, who is 16th with his win. So those 2 right now, the 2 wild cards. That leaves Blake Peters, Anthony Charbois, Daniel Price, Steven Taylor, Trey Rainey. Drivers up in front of them, and points out of a chase. And Trey Rainey, you have to feel for him. He was, I think 10th in points coming into this race around there. If he would have just won that race or gotten the top 3, which looked like he was going to do on this day, he would have been comfortably inside the top 10 points. But right now he's out in 15th. I mean, it's still doable for him, but it's a bigger hill to climb than what he was going to see. As you look down here, you can see Roland Cook, Jay Jefferson, Luke Rainey not having the seasons they want. Luke just picked up his first top 10 of the season. Roland Cook, Marshall Burrow, not having any top 10s on the season. And Ray Sir, that Daytona victory has not been the way the season has gone for him. Down to 33rd in the points. That is his only top 10 this season. As Riley Spurgeon, to his Iowa win, seats him 23rd You need to get even higher than that if you want to have a shot at this chase. So we go from these 1.5 mile tracks to now the tricky triangle, northeastern Pennsylvania, the Pocono 200, the Pocono Raceway. I'll see you guys then.